Yo people, it's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another reaction video. And yes boys, Bournemouth 1, Wolverhampton 0. And what a game, lads. That's a good one for the first game of the season. Get a good home win to start us off. And yeah, like we said before, like the Liverpool game, it was no shame in losing that. We basically treated it as like a pre-season game, so no one was really like heartbroken that we lost that game. And we all knew this was pretty much really our first proper game of the season. And the fact that we got a win to start us off, I think that's a positive thing to say. And yeah, even all the new people that came on, Adley came on and he looked like a baller.
I love him.
He's actually been on the pitch for like, 20 minutes and we already love him. Says a lot about him. We're excited to see Doak. Probably he'll come on for the Carabao Cup game in a couple of days. And yeah, overall, successful result. I think we were a little bit disappointed it was only 1-0. It was getting a little bit nervy towards the last 10 minutes. We were kind of thinking now that they're down to 10 men when Totti went off that we should get at least 2 or 3. But I guess at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points and we just move on. Steve, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, like you say, it's great that we got the 3 points at the end of the day. That's what we needed. We need that, get ourselves up the league a little bit more. Like I say, I was quite disappointed we didn't get more goals. Just because they're 10 men, we have that attacking power. Like, we should be able to get more shots in there. I don't know whether... But I did think the changes that we made at the end of the game were more promising.
They were, yeah.
There was a few players that I looked at and I thought, well, I think they didn't make much of an impact. I know Tav got a goal, but it was a rebound.
Yeah.
We still take it because it gets us the win. But I did think I didn't see much from him. A little bit more than he did in the first game, but I didn't see a lot. Alex Scott, I didn't see too much. I thought when Clivert came on, he was more in there, more exciting.
Yeah.
And of course, Adley did way more, in my opinion, than Brooks. I love the way he carries the ball forward. He's a very exciting player. Defensively, we will look pretty good, to be fair. Defensively,
yeah, I'd say so.
I'm still a bit nervous about Senesi. I will be
Yeah,
honest.
he was the weak link, and we were saying it during the Watchalong. Like Senesi, even the last 2 games has been our weakest link, and people were saying like, oh, if Spurs were going to win, how would they win? Just target Senesi and go down that side, and they'll just score. So yeah, I feel like if we get someone else in, or maybe rotate with maybe give Hill a chance or somebody else, maybe it could improve. But I feel like if we keep carrying on with this sort of, we got like Truffaut and DK on one side, and we got Senesi and Smith on the other side. You can tell which side they're going to start targeting, and eventually, as the season goes on, the wear and tear is going to really catch up to us. So it's a case of, do we bring in another centre back and a right back to try and replace that side, try and even it out, or do we maybe try something new, maybe a bit more of a makeshift team? I don't know. We'll sort of see how we do. Obviously, we got the Carabao Cup game, so I think there will be a lot of rotation in this next game. We'll probably have Adley starting. Ben Doak didn't come on today, but originally he probably will for the Carabao Cup game. I think this will be a lot more of the youngsters and like the squad players, if you like to call it that. But I feel like we don't really have like enough for a second squad, so it feels like there'll still be enough of our first team players, but just not the usual lot like we have the last 2 games.
Yeah.
But it'll be that sort of thing. I think the Carabao Cup game will be very, very eye-opening in terms of like who does Ariada really see as a starter and who's a squad player. I think that's going to be a really interesting one to see. And like you were saying, with the way Adley came on, just performed in the first 20 minutes of his game, did more than Brooks did in 70 minutes. That says a lot. So to be honest, I do think the days are numbered for like the teams of like Brooks. You can argue maybe Cook or Christie if we find another CDM at some point.
Yeah.
Smithy, we love you to death, but like we do need to start probably looking for another right back. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's just Smithy's good for 60 minutes, but if you've got a very good high pressing team like Liverpool, for example, eventually he's going to get found out, and it would be good to have somebody else there. Like you said, when we did bring in some new players, I did think Smithy was going to come out, and then now he's back in.
He's still back in.
That shows, he's a great player because he's still getting ahead of players, but he shouldn't really be a starter anymore.
Yeah,
it's sad to say it, but
it reminds me of Gerrard, like towards the end of his Liverpool career, where he was such a legend that people would write if he didn't start. But the problem is he was getting to his mid-30s and he wasn't the player he was towards the end of his career. But because he's such a household name, they couldn't afford to drop him, and that's my worry with Smith. He's such a legend for the club. And let's be honest, the competition for a right back isn't great. Let's be honest. Arreo can't stay fit. Aaron's isn't even there.
Yeah.
We could argue maybe put Soler on the right if it's like a last resort, but he's more of a left back more than a right back. But who else we got? You know what I mean? We haven't really got that. So we have to play him. And unfortunately, at his age, he can't really be playing 90 minutes for a whole season. It's just going to kill him.
No. But I say, yeah, and Senesi, I just don't have any faith in him, unfortunately.
No.
He was out most of last season, couldn't get back into the team because of the...
I'd be more confident with Hill than Senesi right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see someone else have a chance. I'm sorry, I just don't feel confident in that Liverpool match. I saw too many flaws. And there was a couple of times where Wolves did look dangerous today, and it was Senesi that had allowed them. There was one opportunity where Adams had to track back so fast, and it was Senesi being out of position. Somehow they got behind him, and he's not fast enough to keep up with them players.
He's not fast at all. That's a problem.
No, so, and unfortunately as well, as we were talking about earlier, with corners, set piece wise, he's not even good in the air.
No.
Like, we need some, like, say, Howson was so good in the air last season.
And Zabani as well.
And Zabani. We don't have that now, and we're so good for getting corners. But
no offense to that, I don't think I've ever seen you jump, which says a lot, really.
No, we did. Yeah, it's like I say, I think it was 8+ corners in that game, and not one looked dangerous,
and not one of them led to a goal either.
No,
not
exactly.
Even our free kicks, they just hit the wall all the time. Even when we could have passed it off to Semenyo and did like a Kiefer Moore moment, we decided, no, we'll just try and jump over the wall straight into the defence wall.
Yeah.
So I think we definitely need to look at set piece specialists and think like, do we actually have any?
Yes.
At the moment, I don't think we do.
No.
You can argue maybe Adley could have a go, or maybe Ben Doak, but we don't know what their skill set is. Can they do it? Maybe. Give them a shot, maybe. Especially in the Carabao Cup game. Maybe give them a chance, see if they can do anything. If not, we'll find someone else.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we got 3 points. I'm not upset about that. I just look at ways that we should improve, and also you can't help but think, what if we were against a Brighton, a Brentford?
Yeah.
How would we have performed that game?
It's one of those, I'm glad we won, but the way we won is a bit worrying.
Yes, 10
10
men.
Yeah. And like I said before, the fact we played better when there was 11 men compared to 10 men is even more worrying, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, like we said, lads, we got the 3 points, we got the win, we take it. We do have Tottenham away next in the Premier League season, but before that, like I said, we do have the Carabao Cup game. Me and Steve will both be at the stadium for that game. It will be our first home game of the season. So yeah, come and see us before the game. Come chat to us. We do want to interact with you guys as well. Like, we do love doing the TikToks, but we do like to interact with people in person as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. And yeah, on that note, lad, got any other notes?
No, that's me. All done.
All done, lads. All right, on that note, lad, thank you all for watching this match reaction. I've been your boy, Richard Morse. This is my man, Steve. Thanks for everybody getting me to 17k. We're on the road to 18k followers. Hopefully we'll crash that one soon. And yeah, on that note, please leave a like, share and subscribe down below. Follow Steve on his channel as well, Snake Beater on YouTube and TikTok as well. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later, boys. Up the chairs.